Hey everyone, Happy New Year to those of you that celebrate the new year. I know it's been a pretty rough year everywhere, and I really hope that the next year it's kinder to all of us and everyone. And now more than ever, we need more art and creativity in our lives. So I decided to make a video today to do some more automatic drawing, but we're gonna do kind of a little different approach today, and we're going to use other tools. I'm using a Japanese sumi brush and some sumi ink. It's a fantastic ink. I don't even know the brand because I can't read it, but it's a very, very good ink. And I started doing this a couple of days ago as part of my morning, evening routine. And it's helping me a lot. It's definitely helping me with the automatic drawing, trying to use other approaches and not to be comfortable always with one medium. So, I like to personally go back and forth with different mediums just to keep it interesting and keep, things fresh. So, I'm not super versed in sumi painting, so this is going to be like a combination of sumi painting along with a dip pen for finishing touches. And I've been doing some of these and it's been really, really good. Definitely a really good experience. So if you haven't used it, I highly recommend it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube how to do sumi art. And I'm just using like a regular mixed media paper pad and some of this ink. So as usual, before we start the automatic drawing session, make sure that you breathe, clear your mind of any thoughts. I want you guys to be in some sort of trance, and it sounds, a little new agey, but it's good to become one with the lines that you're painting. You're basically, it's kind of like a meditation, the way I personally do it. So when I do, sometimes I have an idea in my mind, but I try very hard not to keep that idea. So I just, wherever the pen falls or the brush, that's where I'm going to end up. So, this is using kind of like the sumi technique with, other Western techniques, but, it's your drawing. So you do whatever makes you happy. This is for you. This is not for anybody. This is not supposed to be a masterpiece. This is yours. If you make a masterpiece out of this that you can sell, make prints, fantastic. Knock yourself out. But this is for you and you alone. All right. So what I'm doing today is just basically, the same approach. Make some lines. Move your entire arm when you're drawing. Keep that line straight. You get more quality line when you move your entire arm as opposed to just the wrist. So, you can follow what I'm doing or you can make your own. Doesn't matter. I want you guys to explore your own subconscious and just basically get out of there whatever is in your head. So obviously we're all different. So when it comes to one, it's going to be different for the other person. So you can do brush strokes like this. The beauty of the sumi brushes is that you can use it as a fine line and as a broad line. So you see what I did here? So you can also make lines like this, and with this you can go like this. It's very, very versatile, and one of the beauties or how should I say, one of the good things about this is just how I use the word versatile a lot, because it really is. So you basically, it's an abstract. However you do it, you don't have to use black ink. I just like the black ink because it's just the contrast. I mean, you can make a combination of red ink, black ink. Black, I think, is my favorite, just because the brush strokes come off just so beautiful and so spontaneous too. So it's, let the brush talk for you. Don't control the brush. Let the brush control you. Let that brush do its thing. You just guiding it. What comes out of it, it's entirely up to your subconscious. And as I always reminding everybody, in case, and I like to say it in every video because sometimes, not everybody has seen all of them. So if you're new to these videos or my videos, I like to do this on a daily basis, in the morning, at night, before bed. And it's like a form of meditation, whether you do art full-time or part-time, you have a day job, it's just anytime you need to clear your head, do this automatic drawing session. So you can use whatever you want. Some people use a pencil, some people use a pen, some people go as far using canvas with a palette knife and oil paints, and there's beautiful work that comes out of it. So it's not necessary with the object of making a final piece, but if it comes out of a final piece, then more power to you. So I like to start like doing kind of spontaneous strokes like this, and how far you go with it, it's up to you. So now that we did this, I like to go with a dip pen or a regular pen and just basically, I'm using this now, but you can use any dip pen you want or a regular pen, because this is like such a traditional and like ancient art form. I like to keep the tools kind of the same, using the same, like, old-fashioned tools, if you will. How do you complete your lines? Again, it's all up to you. You can go around the broad lines and kind of give it some more oomph. And there's something that no matter what medium, especially when it comes to pen and ink, it doesn't matter, how you do it digitally, you do it with mechanical pens or whatever. There's something about the dip pen that just makes everything look so very organic and very fluid. So, sorry, I have a tickle. So, I also would like to say that I hope that everybody that's watching this, it's, staying healthy and take your precautions. Because definitely there are rough times, which is why I said early on that we need art more than ever, because this is basically, all this creating is food for our souls and our minds. And sometimes you need to disconnect yourself from everything, the daily routine, the daily news, whatever's happening in your life. Sometimes it's just, take a step back and just relax and have some time for yourself. This is, People do certain things to meditating. Some people do like the traditional laying with the candles and the incense, the yoga type meditation, and that's all good. For me, meditating is just do these automatic drawings, and there's something really amazing that happens when you just let your subconscious take over and just kind of do the work for you. So there you go. However just make sure. Sometimes you don't want to go so complicated that you lose the drawing. So if you have if you're working on something that you think that is you had enough, just leave it. Listen to your your inner self that tells you when to stop a drawing. You can leave one as is and start a new one. I mean, that's the amount of automatic drawings that you can do in one session for yourself. It's basically up to you. I sometimes can spend the whole night just doing automatic sketches, just watching TV, not even looking at my hand at the paper, just letting it do its thing. When you're on the phone, talking to your parents, grandma, grandpa, whatever, your friends, pick one of these and just keep it as a journal. I can't stress enough how important sketching is to our daily lives as an artist. It's like your gym. This is where you practice. This is where you practice your strokes. This is where you practice your hand movement and your technique. And sometimes, it doesn't necessarily have to be the same technique you use for your final work. It's just you do here what makes you happy. If you do this as a full time and you're following directions from somebody else and this is your me time to just work this for yourself, like a lot of people that do personal work, the sky is the limit. And you basically do your lines or do whatever makes you happy. I mean, this is what I'm trying to convey here, is that you should, when you sketch and you have that time for yourself, do it in order to make you happy. You have full permission to make messes, smears, make the paper dirty, spill coffee on it, tea, whatever. This is your time. This is your time. Here's your permission to be a little kid playing in the mud. It's just there you go. If you find yourself that you're thinking too much about it, just kind of take a step back and just let don't think about it too much. Don't fight it, but don't think about it too much. So, what do you do with this? It's up to you. You want to frame it, give it to somebody, do it. I mean, do whatever you want with this, what I'm giving you. But yeah, the only thing that I would definitely ask of you guys is just make sure every single day, doesn't matter what happens, sketch. If you have free time, sketch. But do it as a form of therapy and fun. This is why these automatic drawings are so amazing, is because you just basically, it's kind of like draining your brain of whatever the day happens and you just spilling it. Now you got to understand that, the brain processes things, especially the subconscious, and, processes things that we don't, that we don't see in real life. So the things that come out are, it could be something figuratively, or it could be something abstract like this, or it can be semi-abstract. You can do some faces in it, but whatever you do, make it spontaneous. Don't plan it too much. That's the beauty of these exercises. They're meant to be fun, not to be planned. Let the happy accidents happen. And you'll see, you'll discover that all the things that you're capable of doing as an artist when you do things like this. This is more or less, I use like either a small sketchbook or something like 9x12, but if you feel ambitious one day, get a big, huge pad and then just use big brushes and big pen and do the same thing. See what happens. You may even discover that you can add some of these techniques to your normal artwork, and there are people that sometimes don't appreciate it, but there are people that do. But you know what? The most important thing is that you like it and you're happy with it. Whatever other people think, it doesn't matter. Unless, they're paying you, you have an assignment, obviously. But on a normal basis, especially if you're an artist that are more into modern art, more abstract work that doesn't follow as much rules as some other artworks, this is almost second nature. But for those of you that are used to make everything planned, use your ruler and measure and all that stuff, this is just a fantastic way to kind of let go of that, and just let spontaneity take over, because it's amazing when you just let your mind wander and just let out whatever it's inside of it. So make sure that when you do this, do them every night, every morning, whenever you get a chance. Practice different mediums. See what works better for you, or just do, if you feel too comfortable doing the same thing on one medium, try another one. And again, doesn't matter if it comes out good or not. What matters is that you're letting this out of your subconscious, and you're letting all these thoughts and things, the everyday pressures and whatever happens throughout your day, you're just letting it out. And by the time that you're done, you're going to feel like you let out this energy that is inside of you, that that sometimes it might hinder you in other aspects of your life, or even your own artwork. Again, just if you feel like a little blocked, if you feel like you can't put something on paper, don't get mad, don't get angry. And I'm saying this from personal experience, from many, many, many years of self-doubts about my work. When you do these exercises, you get to know yourself and you get to know your art. And it's like your subconscious and you are going on a journey, if you will. And you'll realize that, the things that you're capable of when you let you let your subconscious take over, see what's in your mind. You might discover things that look like something, like an image of something, and you can use it in other works. You can take the same piece that you did, like something here, tape it somewhere, and put paint on it. It doesn't matter. Do with it whatever you do. Just make sure that every day you're exercising like this. You're exercising your brain and your creativity. the same way that people exercise their muscles. You need to exercise your brain and keep that muscle memory going. It'll help you in so many ways. I mean, sometimes a lot of drawings that I do in ink, I don't even bother with pencil. But this is after years of doing stuff like this when you have the confidence of doing certain things without a pencil, because your subconscious takes over and it knows, your body knows exactly what to do. And this is almost like playing an instrument. You know, see these people like playing guitar, different instruments, not even looking at their instruments when they're playing, because they're comfortable, you know, they know their instrument, they know exactly how it works. And it's almost like a communication between you and your brain and your mind. So you know, trust your instinct and trust your mind and your subconscious, and you're gonna be able to make many wonderful things if you just let it. But you have to allow yourself to fail, and you have to allow yourself to make mistakes, because that's the only way that you learn how to get better at drawing, painting, sculpting, whatever. It's just allow yourself to fail. It's like a baby, like a toddler learning to walk. You know, they're gonna fall a few times until they just start running around and nothing can stop them. It's the same thing with your creativity. I think I did enough, and probably this is enough for today. So I just want to hop in and make something quick and post it, because it's been a while, except posting TikToks. So I might put some more videos, we'll see. You know, try to make it weekly if I can. But you know, if you have any questions, just put it in the comments or message me any questions, whatever you want to share. You know, you want to share art with me, that's fantastic. So since I'm almost done with this, I'm gonna call it a day, and you know, call it finished. Again, it's finished whenever you want it to be finished. Nobody can tell you when it's finished, when it's done. It's you. If you feel like tearing it up, tear it up. If you need to start over, take a new piece and just work on it. Just let your subconscious out, and just, you know, see all the wonderful things that it can do for you. So that's it for today. Again, Happy New Year. I'll see you guys in 2022. Please be safe, and, you know, just keep creating. Bye.